Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of In the Spotlight by Parking Network. Today we're taking a closer look at a topic that's becoming increasingly important across cities worldwide: curbside safety and enforcement. I'm joined by Rob from Municipal Parking Services, a company that's been gaining a lot of traction with their SafetyStick solution, helping cities address illegal parking in safety-critical areas. Rob, it's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you, Manoj. It's a pleasure to speak with you as well. I really appreciate all the things that the Parking Network does. As you know, I'm a big fan of your reporting, and so it's really nice to be here today to talk to you about what we're doing in the marketplace, and look forward to the conversation.
Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate the kind words. To start us off on a simple note, what is the SafetyStick in the simplest terms?
So SafetyStick is a bollard-shaped device that we install on the sidewalk next to areas where people should not stand, stop, or park. Places that are clearly identified as no parking areas, places where it's not just against the law to park there, it's dangerous. And the SafetyStick turns on when someone occupies one of these spaces. It takes a timestamp picture, typically after 90 seconds, upon the arrival of somebody into one of these locations, and it keeps taking pictures until the person leaves. So someone might park there for a few minutes, someone might park there for hours. We create a timestamp that can be shared with parking enforcement or law enforcement or anyone else who's interested in enforcing these areas.
I'm hearing already a strong focus on safety, enforcement, and security. Is that really the core idea behind the SafetyStick? And where does the name come from?
Right. So we wrestled with a lot of different names for the product, but we landed on the SafetyStick because, as we started to learn more about the topic of people parking in illegal areas, we learned that it's not just a nuisance, it's really a public safety issue. Organizations in the United States like the National Safety Council or the Governor's Highway Administration have done studies, and the Vision Zero Network have conducted and published studies that show a linkage between people parking in these areas like bus stops, bike lanes, crosswalks, and injuries to pedestrians and even fatalities. In 2023, I can't believe I'm going to share this number with you. Upwards of 7,000 pedestrians were killed in crashes on the street. I mean, it seems impossible that in 2026 that this could be possible, but it is.
And where do you typically see this being deployed today? Who are the main users, and in what kind of environments does it have the biggest impact?
So we're seeing a lot of traction from cities and towns and colleges and universities where there's some density, where there's a lot of people who have to cross the street, where clear sight lines are important. We have some of the most dense cities in America as our customers, like Somerville, Massachusetts, and cities in New Jersey, Gutenberg, New Jersey, which is the most dense city in New Jersey. Places where there's a lot of competition for parking and where pedestrian safety is really critical. So we share information with leaders in parking, we share information with leaders in law enforcement, leaders who are overseeing Vision Zero initiatives in various cities. And these tend to be the people who are the champions of our product in their cities and towns.
When we look at enforcement solutions, there are quite a few players in the market. Where would you say MPS really stands out, and what makes your approach different?
Well, the parking industry, meters and so forth, have been around for over 90 years in the United States. And as long as there's been meters, there's been enforcement. And we've just expanded that enforcement to areas where people should never park, places that are a nuisance, places that are dangerous. What sets us apart is that we've not only introduced a new approach using static photographs, but we've also patented that approach. And we've created a solar-powered device that nobody else has in the marketplace. As far as we know, there's no one else enforcing illegal parking in no standing, no stopping, and no parking areas like we are. As far as we know, there's no one using a sidewalk-mounted solar-powered device. And as far as we know, there's no one else who has the connections that we have into state databases for the purposes of looking up registered owner information and sending the violations that have been approved by the cities to these violators. So we think that what we're doing is unique, and a lot of our customers, when they write resolutions to sole source our product, they often the first sentence of those resolutions say, we want to work with MPS, or we want to install the SafetyStick because it's a unique, proprietary, and patented device that is not available from anyone else in the marketplace. So I feel like I'm bragging a little bit here, but we've really done our homework when it comes to engineering and the intellectual property and patent part of the product.
So you mentioned earlier the progress you've made, but thinking back, when did you really feel that this was working and gaining traction in the market?
Well, yeah, right. You can make the best dog food in the world. You can make organic dog food. You can put the best meats, the best vegetables, the best label on that dog food. But until you put it on the floor and the dogs eat it, you don't know if you've got a product. So we introduced this product a number of years ago in a city called Bridgeport, Connecticut. They had a problem with people parking in front of fire hydrants, and we installed SafetySticks there, and we changed behavior. We stopped people from parking there. We deterred them from parking there. And sadly, this is a problem that's persistent throughout the United States. In the last 6 months, there's been a handful of fatalities in big cities like New York, in the Bronx and Brooklyn, because fire hydrants were blocked. And so that's how we knew we had a product that people wanted and could make a difference in the world. And we expanded that idea of enforcing hydrants to those other areas I mentioned earlier, the crosswalks, the bike lanes, the bus stops, any place where pedestrians tend to park and where they also tend to be involved in crashes.
And as a final question, what's next for MPS and the SafetyStick? Where do you see things evolving from here?
Thanks. So there was a story in your publication about our patent portfolio. We are constantly inventing and adding new patents to our portfolio, and we intend to roll out some products that are going to be addressing problems that have been persistent in the market that no one else has been addressing. Double parking is a big one, handicap enforcement, and even putting the cameras that we use commonly in SafetySticks on poles and looking down the street with a product that we'll be introducing, hopefully through a press release and with a participation of your publication, a product that we're going to be calling Street View. So that's a kind of a preview of where we're going, and we're pretty excited about it. And we're grateful that your publication has covered the parking industry so well, and covered stories about our product being introduced in places like Bellevue, New Jersey, Butte, Montana, Somerville, Massachusetts. We really appreciate your interest in what we're doing and sharing what we're doing with your audience, and very grateful for your time and questions here today, Manoj.
That's great to hear, Rob, especially with everything you're working on and what's coming next. We're definitely looking forward to covering more of that together.
Well, stay tuned. Look forward to working with you on that.
Rob, thank you again for taking the time to speak with me today. It's been great to learn more about what MPS is doing and the impact you're having when it comes to safety at the curb.
Thank you.
And to everyone watching, thank you for joining us for this edition of In the Spotlight. Stay tuned for more conversations with companies shaping the future of parking and mobility. See you next time.